huge chapel that they had.
Hi guys,
Had built
papunta
for
na
them
tayo
during
sa
the authority.
another
Like very simple
interesting
net
place dito
dumplings
sa
that we will
Spain.
see
At
tomorrow when
yun
we see
yung
Israel.
lugar na Granada.
That
Granada.
royal chapel.
Yung
So
kanta ni
Granada
Yoyo
is more
Ribillame.
known
Pakinggan natin
for
yung
the
tour
Alhambra,
guide, ha?
which
Yung
is
explanation dito.
a fortress, basically a city fortress. Now the Alhambra was started in the 8th century, and it was by the Nasrid dynasty of the Muslim kings or caliphs, and they built like prison 6 royal palaces on the Alhambra. It's basically a mountain which is covered with this fortress, and it's a city within the city. Well, the Alhambra developed mostly in Moorish style, and then later in the 16th century, when the city became Catholic under Fernando and Isabella, it became the royal residence over there. So it was very much altered because they wanted to remove everything that was Muslim in the palace. And then later in the 19th century, 1812, that was the time of the Napoleonic Wars, the French army came here and they actually destroyed a big part of the Alhambra, and it went after that into terrible disrepair until 1832. In 1832, a gentleman called Washington Irving came here and he wrote a book about the Alhambra. So his book became quite popular, and people started to flock to Granada to come and see the ruins of the Alhambra. So it was decided that it should be actually protected, and it became a scientific site. The first Muslim scientific and archaeological research were taken on the Alhambra in the second half of the 19th century, and then it developed as a quite important tourist destination, and to come to nowadays a very difficult place to visit because the number of visitors over there is so important that you have to buy your tickets like weeks, not to say months ahead to get into that huge area, which is the Alhambra of Granada. So basically, when we're going to go to Seville, into the Alcazar is a smaller version of the royal palace that is inside the Alhambra, but the difference is that it is not being altered like the Alhambra was, so that is really the original Moorish palace. That is the reason why on this trip the decision was made to leave the Alhambra and to visit the Alcazar in Seville instead. So this kingdom of Granada was one of the small kingdoms, part of the big Muslim state that was called Al-Andalus. So back in the Muslim times, before up until the 15th century, Al-Andalus was basically covering the whole area south of Madrid. So everything that we have been driving through today, and everything that we will be driving through while we are in Spain, was part of that kingdom of Al-Andalus. Well, actually, if you look at a map of Iberia, you will find Barcelona on one side, Lisbon on the other side. If you draw a line between Lisbon and Barcelona, everything south was Muslim, and everything north of that was struggling Catholic until the reconquest of 1492. about maps. I'm actually going to give you some maps so that you can follow the route, because one thing that I haven't told you about the rotation is that, well, we're going to have a little change in the rotation. That means, well, we'll let you go drive for a couple more days, and then I will add the front seats to the rotation. So that means that some of you someday will be driving, while the other one is going to be showing the directions. So I'll give you maps, and then you will have to choose wisely who's driving and who's reading the map. So just count. If you're on row 6 today, you're going to be driving to Fez in a couple of days on nice Moroccan roads. And then, well, I will be following from the distance in another vehicle.
Okay guys, yun, papasok na kami sa Granada, which is a very historic place rin talaga dito sa Spain. Dahil 'di ba, kung maalala nyo, galing tayo kanina sa sa pa tayo galing kanina?
Toledo.
Sa Toledo. Doon naging seat ng government ng Royal Kingdom led by King Fernando and Queen Isabella. Sila yung nag-reunite ang Spain to start the reconquistadores or reconquistador to reconquest Spain from the 700-year occupation by the Muslims. 700 years of occupation. So dito nagsimula yung gera laban sa mga Muslim dito sa Granada. Kaya naging parang military fortress rin nila ito. That's why dito na rin nakalibing yung Spanish king and queen. So that's why makikita natin, hindi naman sa pagyayabang kung napapanood naman,
Since I'm coming through the coach to give you the maps,
kung napapanood yung mga trolls ngayon, baka siguro ngayon intindihan nyo na kung bakit hindi talaga si VAD ang tao na pwede sumusunod-sunuran lang, blind obedience kahit sino. Kasi like Rizal, mulat na mulat po tayo, not only about the Philippine history, not only about Asian history, not only about European history. Nagkaikot na po tayo ng buong mundo, kaya we know what is right, we know what is wrong. At saka hindi naman kailangan mag-travel ka to know what is right and wrong. May konsensya rin tayo because we believe in our God. We were all given intelligence by God, di ba? So gamitin natin 'yan. Wag naman sayangan yung utak na pasusunod-sunodin sa mga Diyos-Diyosan ng mga politiko. Kawawa naman yung Pilipinas, kawawa naman yung taong bayan. Tulad ngayon, baksak yung ratings ni Marcos, na sana naman marami nang natatauhan, marami nang nagigising. Diyos ko, sana yan naman nangyayari na yan. Di-discuss natin yan in our future vlog sa yan pagbagsak ng rating ni President Bongbong Marcos. So for now, thank you very much for watching. We are now en route from galing na kami from Madrid to Toledo, and then ngayon dumadaan na kami ng Sevilla, and then yun, napapasok na kami ng Gibraltar. Yun po ang mapa. So yun, yan na tayo. Sa Granada. Sa Granada. Lampas pa pala yung Gibraltar. Hindi pa tayo nakapunta dyan. Pero one day. Ayun. After that, yun. Portugal. So, I will be bringing you in those trips. And please find time to appreciate and accompany Bad in this journey from Spain to Portugal to Morocco and back to the Philippines. Join us, gracias, and see you in my next vlog.